life in construction, the way I see it, is changing dramatically. We're not gonna get any deliveries in 2 weeks. All this is completed. Yeah, I think we're moving way too fast. So those baguettes over there, we're gonna have to get them out a panel and see why there is leak. I need to focus on the main task. I need to focus on actual business, on behind the scene. That was the main goal. One little mistake can literally break everything and the whole tower can fall over us. 122 Bath Road. Okay, we are a little bit on a pickle. Obviously, we're moving quite quick right now, and it turns out we're not gonna get any deliveries in 2 weeks for the remaining elevation that we're doing here. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna go back. We have some, well, it's not our scope of work, but we're gonna provide some of the installation for it so we can keep ourselves busy. So there is some vents on the roof that we need to install. There is some fascias that we need to install. There is some window flashings that we're gonna install as well, so we can keep the whole week busy. And we have still some standing seam that we can do. But anyway, we're almost there. Like this is the part where we need some more top hats, rock bars, and 25mm insulation plus 50mm insulation, which we don't have. But we have enough to finish up to this corner here. So that's where the building starts turning around and going to a different angle. But yeah, we're gonna try to get the panels up to where the top hats are separated here from down here. So the minute we are here, we are doing some of the ridge flashings at the top. But yeah, like all this is completed, all corner flashings and stuff. We have some jump flashings to do this. We need to seam these sheets, but we have still the standing seam up to that corner. The boys are literally finishing some top hats over there, and they're gonna fill that with insulation so we can start again with these sheets and get this done up to there. But yeah, we're nearly there, and then we are going back on the front elevation on the street side, north elevation, to get everything else done. Now we are having a major issue here because Euroclad have came back and said they can't deliver any of the materials to finish this wall for 2 weeks. So we need to plan something to do, because we have all this area that we need to complete with insulation all the way above 3 floors, and we don't have any of the insulation. As you can see, 150mm insulation has been installed here in rock bars. Obviously they're not fully tied up. We're gonna have to put the level, make them very nicely tied up. But all that area we can't install with panels, even though we have the panels, because we don't have the 25mm insulation on site, and we have to wait for it. So we can't even install panels. What we can do is we can go back, and there's a couple of flashings. There is a little bit of a finishing area where we have at the front, which the boys are doing up there. At the top, we have found on the scaffold a couple of top hats, which we are getting, and we're gonna finish as much as we can with top hats. And there is some 50mm insulation down the corner over there, so we can slap that in between the top hats, then tidy up, gather all the materials and stuff like that. Go at the front where we have all these projection windows on the north elevation. We have, I think, 16 windows of them. So all around the windows you have a return wall with standing seam, a little bit at the front and at the top, and then also a roof of standing seam. What we can do there is we need to tape the windows because they have been temporarily taped already. We need to tape them properly and make them waterproof. We can do the Tyvek, and we can obviously set up where the top hats are going to be, what size they're going to be, so we can write on the wall, make these calculations, stuff like that. And hopefully we can get at least some of the materials. I know the boys at Crossman Group are trying to get some materials outside so we can get along and move with this. At least if we can get some of 25mm. Now I've got a couple of projects down the road, so I've texted some of the managers, see if they have any insulation, if they're doing some standing seams. I know they've done some on the roof on Radcliffe, so if they have some 25mm, I'll take it from there, bring it here so we can do at least some of the sheeting. We have some of the seaming sheets, but yeah, we are against it. So yeah, I think we're moving way too fast, and we'll try and make it work, waiting on materials. So that's the news for now. Okay, what a better time to come back on work to Oxford, St. Peter's. This was a job of mine 3 years ago that we've completed. All these baguettes, individual panels everywhere around the windows and stuff. And now we're getting this cherry picker here. And we're gonna have to go and make some investigation about the leak and try to sort it out. But for that to do it, we're gonna have to park that cherry picker here and get to those baguettes over there, remove them, a panel, and there should be an outlet that we need to find out why those bricks over there are getting wet. So those baguettes over there, we're gonna have to get them out, a panel, and see why there is leak. Look at that detail. Look at these flashings, copings, the installation of all these individual panels, all these lovely baguettes, that nice coping. I mean, the lines are perfect, but yeah, that's why we're coming here. Behind over there of the panels, there is an outlet, and probably is blocked, something like that. That's why it's creating all this water on the surface of the brick. So we have to remove all these baguettes, get the panel out, and see if we can find where it's blocked and what's happening. I hope I don't need to remove that flashing, because that to remove, I don't know where is the joint. I cannot see it from here, but that needs a lot of panels removed together. I don't know, I can't remember now exactly how was it, but yeah, the job is amazing and the space is extremely tight. Like, he's a monster of a cherry picker. I'm gonna have to go up and go over that roof here, try to avoid the tree and the roof. I'm gonna be very tight to that tree and then get to over there. So I think I'm gonna do one test while Gregory is looking here if I'm clear with that tree. Yeah, it's gonna be very technical, but we'll get it done. We need to wait for Dixon's site manager Tom to come, because he needs to block the walkway over there. I don't want anybody coming, because these baguettes, let me tell you, they're ceramic. So as I remember, they break extremely easy. Imagine it like a glass. The moment you hit it, it's shattered like a glass, and we can't have any damages because these baguettes are coming from Germany. And take them, I would say, it's probably gonna take, I don't know, a couple of months, and it's going to be very difficult to just replace it with one or two. I remember it was a pain in the ass of getting these baguettes here, but my god, this job looks lovely. Look at it, lovely. That cladding as well, we have done this a few places with cladding like this. I think there is one big over there on that side, on the back as well. There are also baguettes there which are different color. But yeah, job is amazing, I managed to park my vehicle here, cherry picker here. It's a good spot. You see? Alright, this is it, job well done. Park the cherry picker safe, tomorrow is going to be collected. Tom is leaving. We've put back the baguettes. We found a good solution of taking not all the baguettes, because these baguettes, you need to put your hand behind it and take the bolts. And in order to take the middle baguettes, you gotta start from the first one. But I managed to take the cupping on the top and then just remove those baguettes. It was a bit tricky, but we managed to get it done. All sorted. So that's it for us. Okay, we are wrapped with Oxford. That's done. Everything is moving well. Yeah, the business is going pretty good at the minute. I am gonna need the office for the main tasks that I'm planning to do and level up this business, because so far of where we are, 6 months of the year, is June, we have reached some significant amount of milestone in terms of turnover and projects coming along. Soon, in about a couple of weeks, we're gonna have 6-7 projects live. I wanna level this business to a stage where from next year I want to be taking jobs where I supply and install like a proper subcontractor, second tier contractor for the main contractors working and taking a massive project. So as it stands, we've got a couple of people within the business who've been working with us for a long time, like Craig Stevens, who is already on a site manager role running all the Bristol projects. We've got a couple of other lads that they're gonna go on a site manager roles as well, of running basically the business, so I can focus on the background, making content looking at quotes, finding projects, speak to clients, meeting with clients, going to manufacturers, recording videos, getting the videographer, setting up everything so we can show what we do every day. I need to focus on the main task. I need to focus on actual business, on behind the scene. That was the main goal. Remove myself from the tools. Like I said 6-7 months ago, I'm gonna start slowly removing myself from the tools. Yes, I like to refresh myself sometimes when it's something like today. I was called Andy Cuvain, who is a contract director from Sage Building Envelope. I've worked for these guys for many years as a site manager. I've done so many jobs for them. They've been always nice to me. They've been good to me. We are friends from some time. They give me a hand when I needed the most. And when it's a job like that I've done so many years ago, they knew if they call me, I'll go there. I was the best person to go with that cherry picker in that tight spot, get it sorted. Met Tom from Wilmot Dixon. We get everything sorted. The leak is sorted. We found out the cause of the leak. That's done. I don't mind getting some jobs like that myself, because I know I've done that job a long time ago with a couple of my crews, but I've got it all in my head. I knew the plan and how I need to execute it. But yeah, we're moving a lot. Bristol, Bath Road, I'm tomorrow there. Going to hire a new guy, is coming tomorrow. Next week we have a couple of more lads joining the team. The other job for Mason Facades, that's going, hopefully that's going to be wrapped up in about 6 weeks. We've got potential job UWE that we're starting. That's a Euroclad job with a timber frame. Yesterday we started a massive development actually for Sage. Andy talked to me about that job a couple of months ago, and yesterday we actually break ground. There is another contractor. They've been for 2 months, I think. They've got half the building, and then the other half is for us. Is a Euroclad building. I think is the biggest job Sage have ever done till date. Yeah, it's a big development, so that's going on. We've got the first skyscraper coming in Bristol, 44-story building with tons of curtain walling. So I'm excited to show you how we are doing a different type of external facades, curtain walling, which I love the most. That's my bread and butter. That's where I started back in the days 20 years ago in the construction with curtain walling and windows. I really enjoy it. It's a clean work. It's not a lot of thinking way ahead like on rain screen cladding. It's not so many details. It's pretty straightforward, especially when you know what you're doing. It's like building blocks, as I like to say it. But yeah, loads of people in the industry want to join us, but with more visibility that we're doing in social media, obviously the standards needs to stay very high, and they need to stay always where they are and going above and beyond to make sure that we don't fail. Because the more I show myself on social media, the more easier it is for me to fail, because one little mistake can literally break everything and the whole tower can fall over us. Life in construction, the way I see it, is changing dramatically, because I can see non-stop people are popping out with content on social media, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Everybody's having a YouTube channel now. Everybody's trying to get out of them comfort zone, and this is the way it should be. You should feel uncomfortable quite often. Like at the minute right now, I'm feeling extremely uncomfortable, but I know this is the right way, because if you settle down to something that you already know and you are mastering it and you feel comfortable with it, you should start doing something new that you level up and grow up your business, either being personal brand or either being your side business that you're doing, or whatever it is. Because if you're not, that means you're just stuck in one position. So at the minute I've lacked a little bit of the content that I was posting recently, but I'm so busy because I'm trying to set my company to a completely different level. So I've got the office almost done, which is going to be state of the art, and that is not going to be simply just office to run the business, hire construction as a business, but it will be a completely different business as my personal brand. There's more to that, but I don't want to speak too much about it. But yeah, the office is going to be, there won't be another office I think like that. I haven't seen one at least, but yeah, what I'm thinking is completely out of the box of construction industry. And then on the other hand, I've already managed to set a certain people on a certain level of managing positions so they can take care of projects that I'm not able anymore to oversee on an everyday basis. So they're giving me reports every day so we can keep the transparency between our clients. And then I'm still popping out from job to job to job to make sure that everything is running smoothly and the standards are high. If any project is lacking of progress or something is not all right, I will be there first thing. That's my main priority. We've got so much going on. We've got 3 projects at the minute. 2 of them I can't actually record. That's why I'm not showing them in content. It's just one of these Euroclad jobs that the client specifically says that no videos until the project is completed. We've got July starting project in Cardiff, then 20th of July again, we're starting another project in Bristol. For next year, we have already on the pipeline a massive 6-figure project that we're starting. It was good to start this year, but the client decided that that's not going to be starting soon. But yeah, at the minute there's a lot going on. I prefer to feel uncomfortable because I know I'm in the right space, and personal branding is probably the most important thing that you can do for your business to boost it up. And that's what I'm doing at the minute, and I think everybody should be doing that right now, because people are coming more and more on social media visible, and the more people are coming, the more you're drifting away from the target where you want to be, because they'll just take your place, and it's going to be more difficult for you to stand out from the crowd. So that's why I'm trying to be on top of everything. I'm getting inspiration from a lot of construction business owners that they're doing similar things to what I'm trying to do. I'm copying them footprints. I'm seeing how they speak on camera, what they show, the details, the editing. I'm literally consuming the whole information so I can put it into my own content, into my own business. That's not only just for construction owners. I look at contents for like podcasting, what people say, how they edit videos, and the whole lot, so I can make one idea what will help me grow my personal brand. And I'm telling you, we're just getting started, because I want to build my business to a completely different level. At the minute, it's just me on my own, and I'm doing pretty much everything. I'm estimating, I'm pricing, I am checking inspections and stuff like that, hiring and everything, setting up the office, paying the wages, sending invoices and everything. But that will change. It will change. It just needs time. I can't rush things. You can't rush things. I get uncomfortable with something, I manage to learn it to perfection, I get comfortable with it, move to the next stage where I need to step up to be uncomfortable and do like that. But what I realize is, when I do something right now, how I am doing it and manage it, and being a business owner on the backstage and doing the high profile tasks, the moment I get comfortable with it and I know exactly what I'm doing, I should be able to test myself if I can maintain that. Also, that goes for the guys on site as well. You give them certain tasks that they haven't done previously, like site manager roles, contract manager roles and stuff like that, and you try to monitor if they can maintain that. If they can't, you need to start changing things and bring them to a level. But yeah, we have a lot of things prepared for the lads as well. A day out with the lads. I'm not talking a day out in the pub. That's not what we do. We're talking about like different levels of stuff. But yeah, stay tuned, because there's a lot coming on.